Welcome back to part number 6 of my Imperator Rome playthrough as Rome. We just finished a war with Macedon. We took out quite a few provinces. We took all of his feudatories off of them and created client states, made client states out of them. At some point we'll integrate them. In between now and then I plan to go up here and consolidate Chersos, Liburnia, and these small city-states that are urbanized in this area here. They're all allied with one another. I'll hire some mercs. I'm going to evacuate this singular merc here, get him on board the fleet to hire 2 more up in this area. Mull about there for a bit and then pivot down to Carthage, hopefully, and start another war there. It's far from a foregone conclusion. We don't have the mill advanced cohorts as yet, so we can't call up a legion. Maybe we will by the time the war comes. I don't really know. Let's see. When does this pop here? At 480 is about the soonest, so we won't have it. I really don't want to send levies down against Carthage. All these light infantry will get chewed up. The war elephants will eat those things alive. Well, we'll see what happens. I noted we have this singular territory. I have a claim on Duria, and presently I could declare the war. Do I want Cotinia, Brucia, and Duria? Not really. But as long as I'm sort of burning through time, maybe waiting for 480 to get the cohorts before proceeding to Carthage or whatnot, it doesn't hurt anything to invade these territories and get them under the management of a would-be client state that I can create in this singular province or territory here in this province with only 1 pop. So all I need to do is dredge up some Romans, and in between episodes I found, I believe, some Romans here. I think all we need are 2 Romans. We have 1 here and 1 here, and then we can move them here. 1 and 2. We can move them here and then there, and we'll just move these Romans like so. There they are. 1, 2. We'll move them here now. 1, 2. We'll move them here. 1, 2. And then we can move these Romans up to our would-be client state, like so. So let's see, if we release this right now, we're not at war, so we can do it. What's the provincial name here? Duria. So if we go here and find Duria, we should be able to release it. That's it right there. Release subject as client state. It should be a singular territory at present. And Duria should show as a Hellenic Roman. So he'll Hellenize and Romanize these tribes should we trigger the war as we wait to integrate it. Let's see here. Do we have a claim anywhere else? Liburnia. If we attack Liburnia, which I believe we have a claim, we can trigger Cataria, Pieria, Chersos, Isa, and this other here. So we can actually have our client state. Oh boy. So it would seem that we'd want to attack Duria first, annex that to our client state, or attack them simultaneously. It seems like a big mouthful to stomach. In theory, our client state can annex away from its borders, so I could have our client state annex Cataria and leave us with the coastal territories from this war right here. And as I've given myself a significant handicap relative to not using militant Epicureanism and No War of the Spear for this world conquest. I figure why not do it? If I can do it, I will do it. So we're going to trigger this war first. We'll annex Kataria to Labusia. I believe that's the name here. The Lusaba. And then we'll trigger Duria and take Cotinia, Brucia, and Duria and have our client state manage this territory here, assimilate, convert, etc. And who knows, at that point, maybe, do we have a claim here? Who is he affiliated with? Finita, I see, and company there. I don't want anything to do with Radia, it's just a revolt waiting to happen. But who knows, maybe we'll come into a lot of money and we'll just be able to move those pops down or something. Build a city up there or something. Let's let some time pass, hire some mercs, and get ready for that action. We've unloaded from our recent conquest. Let's head over this way. 5% culture happiness, I'll take it. I'm sort of increasingly disenchanted with these triremes. They sort of are just a bit slower than the Laborians. I'll probably delete them. We'll take some PI here. Alright, this merc has landed. He's not feeling exceptionally well. He's not feeling poorly either. I'm going to go and grab our Italic levy and start this war. In fact, let's do it right. What's going on here? Catarias. Well, whatever the case is, we're going to start this war and sort it out as it comes. So we're going to end up at war with Cataria and Chersos. We'll see what happens. Is that possible? Cataria, but not Chersos, I see. Do we have a claim there? We don't. I see. Well, that's a smaller war. We'll not worry. We'll rejoice in the smaller war. We'll be happy. Let's take over this guy's capital. And we'll invade this area as well. Alright, a Scorn family came up. I had to go all the way down to the bottom of the list due to all the popularis, but this guy's a 13 marshal, so let's put him in there. I suspect Quintus Fabius will probably become agitated. And let's see. Oh, look at that, he's not ahead of the family, so we'll not worry about whether he's agitated or not. We'll plop this guy down. I see, it looks like we're going to take a discipline hit for 5 years. That sort of rules out Carthage until, what, 482. We probably wouldn't have gone there anyway, so let's do it. Let's call up our Italic Legion or levy here. We'll split the levy in half. Get on board this fleet. Head over this way. Let's see where we're needed. Somewhere we'll go over here. We're going to essentially overrun this fleet here. This guy's on the march. We're going to make it there. Capture that guy. We caught this guy out. I wonder if this is not a bonus for us. If we take this group out and leave him by his lonesome, he'll probably affiliate with Istria, and then we can attack these two if they affiliate with one another without involving Veneto and Raetia, so maybe that'll work out. We'll engage this city, we're going to stomp it. The siege dropped. Let's head up and trigger this war. War goal dropped. Let's head up here. I don't know where these units are going. This one could... Well, who cares, really? I suppose there's not much left of him. So why not attack here right now? No reason. Let's do it. We can peace out here right now. Another siege. Another. Claiming Pergamon and Carthage hit. Looks like Cataria has taken this area over, so we can proceed up that way. Let's sue for peace out here. I think we can build a, let's see, something there. Theater, we can destroy, say, this fort, build a theater. We can peace out here as well, why not do it? And build, let's see, I think there's just one city right here. It's sort of easy to get lost there. We'll destroy that fort and build a theater. Gonna maybe swap these mercs out. This one here is running a bit low on food. We'll send this one up to relieve him. I'm gonna see if I can get around this fort with this fleet. Let's move to the sea or the coastal territory. We can then use our fleet to access this fort. Well, perhaps we can just assault this thing. Even better yet. I think we've done it. We have. Let's go here. And actually, we'll go here. We'll send you here. Everything is proceeding nicely. Let's go deeper into enemy territory. He took one of our territories there. We are running out of food. Let's assault. We've done it. Let's head up here. Or maybe go and relieve this. We're not feeling well. We'll go up here. Let's see. Can we defeat this group there? We probably can. I think it'd be better with this unit as well. Another check through these provinces is in order. We'll move a bunch of Romans into these various cities. We drop this siege. Let's head deeper in. Assaulted this fort. We won, but it looks as though there's some question as to whether we stay. Luckily, we have this guy on the way. Another siege down. Let's head over here. Publius wants an office, party leader for the Populares. We can give him a research position as our zeal man. There he is. Should give us a tidy sum. We may take these guys or hold that position on morale, I'm not sure. He's still holding on, but it's a bloodbath for him. Let's split and see if we can reinforce. Defeated. I think that's our last proper siege. Let's take that capital. Split this unit here and take this last capital or provincial capital as well. And that should do it. So let's see if we can take these territories. If I give all of these to my client state, I suspect we can take those right now. So just a matter of switching all of these provincial capitals to Lusaba, like so. So there it is. All of this should transfer to Saba. Sometimes it transfers to the primary overlord and whatnot. I'll just console it if it does. Let's see. We should get no aggressive expansion because it's all going to our client. We have 5.31. It should stay there. It did. Good for me. Just improve the opinion of Lusaba. We can start to integrate them at some point. I'll want these coastal territories here and here. And here, but not this inland per se. Give that to Lusaba. Although we have 5 aggressive expansion presently, where do we go next? What do we do? I don't know. So maybe we could take all this for ourselves. Is it Hellenic? It generally is. We would then be adjacent to Latobecia and could file a claim there, which would trigger Carnia, and could take that and eventually break out of into this uncolonized territory and gain access to all sorts of goodies up here. As much as I would like to head out quickly and go and engage Carthage, I do not relish engaging Carthage again with only levies. He was busy off with Massicelia. Instead, now he's taken that territory and is probably, the cities are stronger and such. X-Nay, another bug in the bug zapper. Yeah, we're going to wait for a proper legion to deal with Carthage. Again, those levies will get chewed up, the light infantry. Again, I just said that, but there's a lot of light infantry here. There's some heavy. None of these fare very well against elephants except the heavy infantry, but there's really not much of it, relatively speaking. So we'll just carry on up here. I think we can take this for ourselves. Let's see how much AE will suffer for. Apparently not 17 points worth. That's actually a fair clip. Why would we? Oh, we haven't occupied this provincial capital yet. So maybe we'll not do any of that, and we'll just skip that whole part and just wait to integrate this client state and then gain access to this colonized territory. Anyway, there's a lot of land up here. You can spend a lot of money colonizing this land. It pays for itself after a while, but this 479 will not really worry just right now. In theory, we could give this Kataria to our vassal, take the coastal territories for ourselves, and we have a claim here in Serdia. He's allied with Tribalia. Could take this, probably not much aggressive expansion, action those claims, and then the Antigonids or whom not would not end up with them. It sounds as reasonable as not. We're in the area. Why not do it? So we're going to keep this and this, and let's see. This ends up with our. What's the province? How much AE are we actually talking about? Settlement in Kataria, the province of. So if we settle this matter here, that is 12 aggressive expansion, which we could easily avoid. Yeah, we. I don't need the aggressive expansion. Let's go ahead and transfer the claim or the ownership to Busia, and then we can peace out for only let's see, 3, 5, 5.5. We'll call it 7.5. So this should go up to about 12.1. Now let's see if it does. It did. Good for me. Done it. Labusia is decent sized now. We have 12 aggressive expansion, certainly manageable. Let's stand down the levies and get these mercs back. You know, generally speaking, I'm not really sure that we need Serdia, or the trouble with it, there's no cities there, there's no way to instill any loyalty. In theory, I guess we could move some of those pops down into the Macedonian cities, which we don't control, but we could move them down here. I think there's a singular city here. There's not a lot of upside to it, and we've been able to control these territories without any sort of cities because we're floating at a high stability, because our tyranny is such that our aggressive expansion is been very, very low. The moment that stability starts dropping to 40 and 30 and 20 and whatnot, this whole area here will just go mad with disloyalty, revolt, etc. It's a major pain. And then this is even worse. So what do I want with it? I can't say that I do, really. What to do? If I had to say, these guys are all in one massive defensive league, right? Pretty much. Fort Central still. We can go here and secure Sardinia. Take out these two city-states while we mull about and wait for our legions cohort innovation to pop. We need 2 more innovations. It'd be nice to have forced march as well. We don't have any of that, though. I suppose we could try to beat the Carthaginian at his own game with mercenaries. I wonder if he stood down off of... yikes. Off of his merc stack, which has been missing from Carthago for some time. There are a lot of fairly decent merc where we have that one. Various mercs about here. There, this must be Carthago. It's close. 18 stack. We could steal that one. As long as we keep a lot of money in the bank. Who are you? That's the same guy we hired last time. So we could steal those two. Then we'd have to contend with the levy of Africa, but these are not light infantry. They're just heavy infantry archers, etc. Fare reasonably well against elephants. Maybe we'll do that. Not worry about the Italic Legion sort of, or levy. Try to keep it out of the way down here or whatnot and let the mercs engage with the levy of Africa. Carthage is a large outfit. I've had enough of these barbs here. What drives them? How they got so in such a diminished capacity without any forts being in the area? I don't really know. What I do know is that they're there. I'm figuring out what to do after we take these city-states out. And this, if we're still not ready for Carthage, I suppose there's a couple of cities here. These guys are all affiliated with one another. We would trigger here, and then who are you? Antipolis, just sort of there by himself. There's a city there. What we want with it, I couldn't really say. Look at that. He's integrated some of his vassals there. My favorite wonder is here, the Temple of Artemis. Gives a plus 0.08 stability tick up. But taking it out of him is going to be some job, really. As he's pretty large. Do we have a claim on Macedon? I don't think that we do. But we do, though. Means we can take this as well. We could file a claim there, which means we don't need one. Which means we're happy. Now Pergamon has another wonder, which is nice. I think it's right here. And it adds 25% to oratory tech investment. There are a lot of pops in here that could be converted and assimilated at some point. And just a quick war and out, as opposed to, you know, that the Seleucids or Antigonids are soon to be gobbling up this area. I wonder really if we should gobble it up ourselves and then go to Carthage. That'll certainly chew up a fair clip of time, allowing us to action our legions, get a little bit more money coming in, etc. That sounds like the idea. Let's do that. How good are these mercs? 10, 13, they're good. They're almost fresh, so by the time they get over there, they probably will be fully recovered. Let's do that. We'll go over to Pergamon, and then we'll come here and take this right before we engage Carthage. Well, we can action this. There's no reason not to. Let's do that. We'll get a Colonia. I'm pretty sure this one is going to cause a civil war or some sort of revolt or something in Sardinia. So we'll wait to do that until we're back from Pergamon. Just got a... Publius just paid us. What is he, the researcher? He had his romp. Now let's see if we can plop down our 12 lady again. Our two functional mercs have arrived. Let's get on board our now all Laborian Navy and head down in this direction. There's a there's a merc here in the these islands here we can pick up and then de-exile in our territory there. Let's go there. There's some very nice mercs in Egypt. 1118, I think in Alexandria there's a 29 stack. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. We're going to find that merc on the islands, the Nesiotic League. Looks as though the Antigonids have hired him. I think there's one on Rhodos on our way over here. There he is, good enough. Alright, these two have landed. Let's head up here. Let's reorganize you. That's about it. We have no port in the area. We're going to head back here. Well, now is no time better than the present, really. Do we have enough to take them? I think we do. We can always bring in reinforcements. We're a bit detached from our levies, but we can bring in mercs and just let some of these go if need be. Whatever the case, let's carry on. We'll win, surely. New console, our stability dropped. I'm going to change this law to export value 25%. We should get a fair clip more money. Let's see, it says 66 presently. Actually, we get another 12 per. Good news for us. We'll take 3 stability here as well. Religious advance. I was thinking of assaulting this fort right now. Then we'll reinforce with this unit right here and carry on. Looks as though we stack wiped somebody that was reinforcing here. Siege has fallen. We need to go back and reorganize. This unit here can carry on up here or there. I said we'll go right there. You right here. We can embellish the Temple of Jupiter. We'll pay. Rhodos is at war with Pergamon. We have to keep that in mind. He'll try to steal some of our prizes. They're going to build a holy site to one of our deities. Let's see, we'll probably want... Funding is nice, morale is nice. Maybe we'll take 2. We need a port here. Nice holy site to Mars as well. We'll see if we can plop down some of our artifacts. We'll see what if there are any good ones that have not already been deployed. Not so much. It wouldn't seem so far, at least. Local import routes, not bad. Where is that? Syracuse. Yeah, a couple of local import routes for 1 AE. Why not do it? So it's in Syracuse. The holy site is there. We can take that out and put it in one of our new holy sites. Say right here. Should be right at the bottom. We've done it. Can we down this fort? I think we can. Let's do it. We've done it. Just barely, but good enough. Looks as though we beat Rhodes to this prize here, and that should be all of Pergamon once this siege falls here. Our new augmented commerce income omen is a 23%er. Let's assault this fort. We've occupied this area. And the siege is down. That should be everything. Gonna get that tyranny back up to 90. I think we're going to come into some AE very shortly. Let's see exactly how much. What happened here? He has another region we can't get at. Where is it? Looks like it's right here. I think we can call up a levy and occupy that quickly enough. It looks like it's occupied by Rhodes, the rascal. Well, he wants it. He's more than welcome to it. 25 AE later. Done it. These mercs are spent. We'll congratulate them on a job well done. You as well. Let's get out of this area and stand down our levies. What to do now? We have 3 innovations in the bank. It sure would be nice to have quick march and professional training, that's for sure, before engaging Carthage. He doesn't really seem to be doing much. He's sort of content there. He's integrating his vassals, which is good for us. We won't have to separate peace out with all of them. It's probably actually a fair clip of war. Score is more challenging to take because of all the cities, but his levies or legions and such will be more fearsome as well. Well, I've been building up my fleet. Let's see how much money we make now. Truckload. So let's destroy any forts that are unnecessary. We'll keep one here because it's a wonder. This area is very challenging to get at. It's internal. Oh, look at that. Looks as though we can access it by the sea here. Who knew? So we don't really need that. And we can get out here or in or out there on either end. So that's good news. We don't need that fort per se. We don't really need that at all either. This area is probably highly disloyal, or will be shortly once our stability comes down. And it will come down. So what we need here is, here goes all our money. All of our money. How much money do we make off of taxes? Not much, not much, relative to our commerce. If I had to say, we'll probably start building more than we make off of the 20% dues to the slave output. Let's put that to the test. So we're making 3876 now. Let's see what happens if and when, well, when we change the slave output to what? Build cost and time. Here, 10% build, thump. So we've 38 whatnot. Let's see, 33. We lost 5, but we're gonna make a lot of money because we just got 10% off of each and every theater and temple we're going to build, and we're going to build quite a few. For instance, here we're going to build 1 and 2. Or 1 and let's see, we can't build another because we have an aqueduct there. Well, and 2. So we just saved 60 there, which is 12 months, a whole year of running that 20% slave policy. And I do plan on doing more of that sort of thing going forward. So I think we've profited off of bouncing off that 20% slave output. Looks like we have another city here. We'll plop 2 there as well. Let's see, we have one here. And plop 2 there as well. Sardis, and plop 2 there as well. All these are Cybele, right? Yeah, pretty much. So we need both the theater and the temple. Let's see, we have that's our city there, all right as well. So, but this one is, yeah, we need a temple there as well. How about you? That's a city. That one's Hellenic, generally, sort of. How about you? We have that city as well. Joy, oh joys, yeah. We can probably consolidate some pops there to make this loyalty issue less prominent. Let's see if we can get some Hellenes and Cybelenes and whatnot in there. Make use of those temples and theaters and whatnot. I could be more precise, but we'll just sort of move pops and not really worry too much about ratios just right now, as we have no need for these pops to do much of anything. They'll assimilate and convert. You have to assume at some point, but as to when, essentially who cares? It's not worth microing the ratios of thresholds of cultural or religious dominance. We'll just do it. We'll put a bunch of pops in here. As to whether they're Cybele, Phrygian, I don't care. We just move them in, max them out. At some point they're gonna convert. They won't be in the countryside causing trouble, and those countryside pops will convert and assimilate faster as well. So we'll just move them in and not really worry about much of any of it. And the less pops there are in the countryside, again, the faster. Of course, they'll assimilate and convert. And there we have here, we'll max, that's already maxed out. You, we need to max you out. A bunch of these Cybelenes there. Good news is all these not necessarily loyal pops will be concentrated in cities where we have the soon to have a plus 0.10 loyalty tick up. So it should work out even better than one might imagine without that sort of thing happening. So let's take a look at what we've done. Mostly in cities, and they'll soon, let's see, like here, what's the loyalty tick? Sardis is a 0.09 down, and this one here is a 0.11. So both of these will be negated by the theater and the temple, and then the rest of them are 0. So this should go from 0.223 to maybe like 0.2 or whatnot down. So that's going to be a huge improvement. Good for us. And that being said, I think that's going to be the end of this episode. Where we're going to go, we'll hire some new mercs, take this out, and then keep our eye on the ball here. I hope to see you in the next episode.